Hey guys, it's Andrea. I'm out here in the garden today. Super exciting. I went to the nursery today and I just picked up two things and I'm gonna get them in the ground today. First thing I got is a red bell pepper and I think they look pretty good. There's 6 in here. I'm planting all kinds of different sweet peppers and spicy peppers, but the pepper that I always have trouble with from seed is the bell. So that's why I went ahead and bought these already kind of coming up. So I'm gonna get those in the ground over here. And then I did buy some lemongrass. So lemongrass smells really good and you can use it in different recipes. And it's delicious. It gives stuff a nice lemon flavor, and this will get really big. And I had planted this a few years ago, but I put it in a pot and it actually died in the winter because it was in a pot and I didn't bring it inside. So this year I'm gonna put it in a garden bed and hopefully it'll come back next year. If I put it in the actual ground, it'll be able to survive the winter. Well, that'll be a test. I've got my shovel and I'm gonna plant these peppers in the ground over here. So this is what they look like when you take them out of the pot, and you can see their roots are all kind of curled up. So I'm just gonna kind of break them apart just a little bit. I don't wanna hurt them, but I'm just gonna loosen them up a little bit. And I'm putting these about a foot apart. I'm not really measuring or anything. I'm just going by eye. I know that I want all 6 of them on this row because tomatoes are gonna be back here on this fence. And it's almost time to plant all of our seeds in the ground. I'm gonna be doing that this weekend. But for now, I'm just gonna get these peppers and the lemongrass. If I see any weeds, I'm gonna rip those out. And I have always had trouble, I don't know what it is with bell peppers, but I've tried to grow the California Wonder bell pepper, and it just never has grown good for me. I can get it to grow, but by the end of my season, it doesn't produce enough. It has produced for me, but just not what I would like in a bell pepper. And I'm just gonna take those bottom leaves and take those off. So I don't want to go too far down to either one of my edges because I'm going to be planting flowers on each edge. And I don't actually leave markers on the peppers or on anything that I plant, like this little marker right here. I don't really leave these in the ground. I will just go inside and I have a map that I use, like that I drew a grid of the garden, and I will just mark it on that these are the red bell pepper. And the soil is dry on top, very dry, but if you go down where I'm planting these, it's actually cool and moist. And you can see how it kind of clumps up just a little. So it's not too dry down there. So I think I'm gonna go put one on the other side. So I'm on the last one that I need to plant here. And it's super moist down in the hole. And I'm just taking those bottom leaves off. Plop it in the hole, and I try to make sure that it's straight. And there's all of our peppers. All of the ones that I bought. Like I said, I have numerous varieties that I have seeds for that this weekend when I come out to plant the garden, I will plant those, because in each, there's 8 beds here, and in each of the beds I'm going to be planting a different kind of pepper with a tomato. There will be peppers and tomatoes and flowers and herbs in all of these beds, and some of them will have beans. So let's go to the other bed where I want to put the lemongrass. So the first thing I have to do over here is I have to get these broccoli plants out. There's one here. Here's another broccoli plant. And I'm going to clip these off. And then I'm going to clip it at the bottom and feed it to the chickens, because I need this bed for other stuff now. I want to put the lemongrass right here in this corner, so that way it has a good spot. And here's our potatoes that we planted I think it was like a month ago. And I did come through and I planted green beans in between. They kind of took off kind of slow because it was pretty chilly. So the potatoes are a lot bigger. But that's okay. So now I'm just gonna take my clippers and I'm gonna go harvest this little bit of broccoli that's here that's kind of almost flowering, but we could still use it. So I got a little bit. We'll probably eat this with dinner tonight. A lot of the other ones are pretty open and almost flowering, and I need this space to plant summer stuff. Like, I think I'm gonna plant, all kinds of basil in here, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm gonna chop these off and then we'll take them to the chickens. This has a huge stalk. I still left it in the ground. I'm not gonna like dig it up, but I chopped it off. I'll show y'all. So here's how big that stalk was. And now I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. It has lots of flowers. It's so pretty. That's one thing that's really hard for me, is when something has come to the end of its season and it's time to take it out. It's just so pretty, I don't want to, but I know that I need to because I have to put other stuff here. Now I'm just gonna move it all to the wagon so we can take it to the chickens. Okay, so chickens and ducks get some. Okay, last job for today is to plant this lemongrass. So I'm just gonna make a hole right here and then I'm gonna put it in the ground. This right here is a pecan tree. These pop up all in my garden because right here there's 2 big pecan trees. So when the pecans fall, we usually don't get all of them. But this is one. Here's the pecan right here, and then it sprouted out this side. And that's a little baby pecan tree. So I am always pulling these out of here. So I did have to dig my hole a little bigger this time because this one's in a little bigger of a pot. Oh wow, look at all those roots down there. That really needed to get out of this pot. And it smells like lemon. So let's get this in the ground. So I'm gonna try to make it to where it's gonna be flush. And see, here's some more. There's like a ton. There's a ton of pecans over here. Flush with the ground. And then I'm gonna fill this back in. What I'm hoping is that this will be able to survive right here. Maybe if I cover it in the winter, I'm not really sure, but at least for the summer, I will have some lemongrass. Thanks guys for watching. I'll talk to y'all next time.